It's time to battle. Kran versus
Why did it do that?
HiyumiNao.
Why did it do that? That's not fair.
Go.
That's not fair. I want to redo.
They didn't want to be there no more.
You gotta be kidding me. I worked so hard to get that thing working and looking all nice. Okay,
It
run it
did look
again.
nice for
Gamers.
approximately
Yeah, run it
10
back.
seconds.
It's
I didn't-
time
we
to
didn't look.
battle. Kran
There we go.
versus HiyumiNao.
Yippee!
Just have to super
All right.
glue 'em.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting match of Fluffy Barrage Season 9. Coming up next, we have got the very first match of the Ruzors bracket. These two are fighting it out. It is a bloody match. Whoever loses here is eliminated from the tournament for the rest of the season. They've got it all on the line, and with me in the booth, I've got my lovely co-commentator, Mayru. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey, my name is Maydu VT, and I am the lucky cat Nemona, and I think it is just cosmic fate to be in the booth here with you today, Alistair, commentating against the first Ruzors of Season 9, since I spent quite a bit of time in Ruzors last season.
That is true. That is true. You did suck ass and get destroyed. So unfortunately, who better to have in the booth? I'm just kidding. You did amazing. You did so good. And you know what? I was there too. We all ruse.
Just a couple of Ruzors, am I right?
Just a couple of Ruzors hanging out, commentating more Ruzors. But you know what? That last match was a absolute rockin' battle. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Isn't that right, Fluffy Barrage? We've got more exciting battles coming up today. We have KranPlz versus HiyumiNao.
It's like a bee.
Or,
Yeah,
you know-
KranPlz versus Yumi. Let's go.
Sometimes they pronounce it KranPlz, which is always fun. Why don't we go ahead and start taking a look at those teams, Waffle? You want to jump into it?
Yeah, let's take a look. I was going to say I typically pronounce it cringe.
Cringe.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Cringe.
nicknames for this fella, for this little creature.
Let's take a
But,
look at Cringe's team first, Alistair. What are we looking at? Who is here?
Well, what we're looking at is quite possibly the most disgusting team that has ever been fielded in Fluffy Barrage history. We have an absolutely disgusting set of Pokemon here. We've got Terret the Carrot. We've got Decide the Annihilate. We've got Drop Bars the Golden Go. And backing them up, we have the bulky and ridiculously strong Talkman, the Porygon 2. We've got Shoutout Flare, that's ANKOK, UFLARE on twitch.tv if you're wondering. Volcarona, and we got Paizo. You know, the love for Pathfinder 2 grows deep within Kran's body, and he's applied it to his Grimmsnarl.
Don't say that word. It's like a sleeper word. Don't say it. Don't say that fucking word.
I'm sorry if we have activated anything, but you know what's not going to be activating is Kran's the opposite of love for his wife. There's only love for his wife, and maybe his Pokemon could get some love too. What we're seeing here, this team against Hiyumi's team, there's a lot of strong moves on this team, and it's going to be tough for Kran to find a way to avoid all the type effectivenesses on all of his Pokemon with those incredible Shadow Balls, Rage Fists, and other Shadow Balls, and navigate his way into the loving arms of his wife. But if I believe in anything, I believe in Kran's ability to find a way to his wife.
With that being said, let's take a look over now at Humi's team as the competitors get ready to fight it out. I really love Humi's team, except for that there's one, just one that gives me a little bit of trauma. It's that little teacup over there, the little matcha.
Sinistra, what you got against Sinistra, Mayru?
A lot, actually. Don't drink it. It's poison.
All right,
It's not-
looks like we're
it's
getting
not what
into
it
it though,
seems.
so let's get into it.
Good to know. Yeah, we're getting right on into it. Let's see what happens here
Round
with the
one.
Yumi team.
Fight!
You'll all see.
Well, maybe. Once the stream
Maybe.
refreshes, we'll all see. So we've got Steven the Metagross. We've got the evil little Hitmontop Kendama. We've got Paizo coming in. Kendama triggering Intimidate, lowering the effects, or lowering the attack of the opponents. But Defiant on Annihilate says, nah, I think I'm going to double my attack instead. So that is not looking good. We're already set up here for an absolute smashing out of that Annihilate. It gets stronger the more it gets hit. Absolutely.
It gets stronger the more it gets hit. That Rage Fist gets powered up, and it just says Intimidate. No, thank you. I'm gonna turn that Uno Reverse right back on you.
That's right. Defiant increases its attack by 2 stages whenever a stat is lowered by a foe. And we'll see what's going on here. We've got Annihilate using Protect. Not going to put that attack into use immediately. Fake Out coming out of the Kendama. That's a priority boosted move, making sure Paizo cannot do anything this turn. Steven saying Psychic Fangs, just in case you put up any screens, but it goes into Annihilate anyway and gets blocked. So there is basically nothing but a little slap, a little feeling out of each of the Pokemon here.
Makes sense. So yeah, that Fake Out was a really good play by Hiyumi to make sure if that Paizo with Prankster was going to set up any of those screens, it's just not going to happen. Which I think Kran should do. I'm a big fan of screens in this game. I think they're really helpful.
That's right. One of the things we were talking about earlier in the previous matches, we didn't see too much Paizo action, so seeing screens come out here could be super powerful. A lot of Kran's team is very bulky, and they like getting hit, or they're just able to survive while dishing out the pain. So giving them some screens here could make it a little stronger. And we do see a Terastallization. That is a Fire-type Angry Monkey.
Kran found the Terra button. Let's go!
That's right. Maybe a little bit of a, update, some information here. Terra button has been acquired, and we see a little bit of a Drain Punch going into Steven there. And we do see the screens coming out. Close Combat getting its damage reduced. I do believe that was a Reflect screen.
I believe so as well. That would be my guess, since both of the opponents are physical attackers. And now I believe Kendama just had its stats lowered by that close combat. With its eject pack, it's saying, I'm out of here.
Yeah, so just doing a little bit of damage and then swapping in Vayne, the Feraligatr. So this is gonna come in with also a Crunch here. And Reflect is worn off? Is that what I just saw?
Psychic Fangs, baby.
Right, absolutely. Psychic Fangs. And a super cool move into screens. It turns them both off. So we said we like to see those screens, and Hiyumi said, I like to see them too, because I turn them off, baby.
Exactly. So now you know, as Kran, you got to be thinking, am I going to waste another turn? Is it worth it to put another Reflect up? Personally, you know me, anytime a screen is down, you got to put it back up. But
that's true.
If you're going to do that, how are you going to deal with Steven, who can just turn it right back off?
Well, one thing you can do is you can just keep pressing the button and hoping that your teammate survives, because while it does turn off screens, it does it after the attack. So you're still reducing Psychic Fangs, at least by a little bit.
True. Very true. With that Prankster ability, Paizo can get those screens off with priority, so it can't, go second with that.
It looks like instead we're going to see a Taunt coming out of Paizo, and we see Liquidation going into Golden Go, followed by a Stomping Tantrum, and actually Golden Go is taken off the field the same turn it comes out.
Not again! This happened last time. That string cheese is out of here. I really just want to see drop some bars, you know?
Yeah, it's a tough life when you're one of the most fucked up little Pokemon that Nintendo's ever released. People are trained specifically to counter you sometimes, which is unfortunate.
Looks like Humi's got a little bit of the upper hand here with both Vayne and Steven out here, two of Humi's, I would say pretty bigger damage dealers on the field, but that bear is here. Alistair, the bear. There's a bear.
There's a fucking bear on the field. I don't know if anyone is aware of this, but we have a wild bear loose on the field, and it's about to get burned and angry. I'm not sure if anyone's aware of this. Has anyone told you this, Waspo?
It's that thing.
Oh
That
no,
fucking
the
drink that she
creature.
hates.
That thing is here. That thing.
We see
It's
Protect
75%
coming in,
sweet.
using Protect on Terret, the carrot there, and for Alligator saying, I want to liquidate you, and, you know, Terret says, I'm fiscally responsible. You cannot liquidate me. All of my money is in bonds. And so they are completely protected from that move.
That's pretty smart. I mean, I don't know. I have no financial advice to give, nor do I believe you with financial advice. But I'm just gonna take it. I maybe run with it.
It's just economics, you know, it's basic economics. You let a wild bear loose in the trading room and you're going to get some good deals.
That Spirit Break, really, Kran would want to hit that Spirit Break, I think, onto 75% sweet, since it is a special attacker, and the secondary ability of Spirit Break is lowering special attack by 1 stage. So if you want to, you know, protect your bear.
Oh, baby.
Well, you know, another way you could protect your bear would be by putting up screens, which they have not done.
Oh, no.
And unfortunately, it looks like the bear is out of there. Matcha Gotcha using a little bit of a, you know, matcha attack.
Yeah, it's like spilling very hot tea all over the place. I need a cleanup here.
Well, unfortunately, the person cleaning up is going to have to be Kran, so we'll see if they can make it through here. There are a few moves that could hit pretty hard against this Sinistra. We've got a couple Shadow Balls and Rage Fists here, so it could, you know, help wipe that mess off the battlefield, but we'll see what Kran decides to do.
Ooh, we see a
do see a
Terra
Terra.
coming in on Yumi's side. Who's it going to be? It's that little Matcha, going to be a dragon type now. No longer weak to anything, any ghost moves from
That's
Kran's side.
So covering that weakness there, they identify also that the ghost type moves could be pretty damaging, and they just swap it out. They say, you know what, I'm tired of being a ghost, now I'm a dragon. Kind of like me in middle school when I was on the playground.
Huh?
All right, we see a
Are you a
Liquidate
dragon?
going into Annihilate, and it takes out the monkey. Goodbye, monkey.
It says, good night, D-side. Another Matcha Gotcha coming out of that T, but Paizo avoids.
Wow, they got nice moves. Let's see if they can keep that up for Check's watch. Probably 20 turns or so, and then they'll be able to win.
Really, really clean battle from Yumi's side. I am a big fan of Alligator, and I'm really glad that we get to see these giant lizards battling.
Yes, absolutely. Really smart plays from Hiyumi this whole entire game. They've just been absolutely dismantling one of the scariest teams that we've ever seen in Fluffy Barrage. Just incredible work from Hiyumi. Really good plays.
I just saw the photobomb of Flare in Kran's picture, his profile picture. That's so good.
Never far from his side is Kran's wonderful wife, Flare. And, you know, I think that's beautiful. Love wins. Even though Kran may not, love certainly does.
Really, really good plays by both. I want to spend a little bit of time just talking a little bit more about Yumi's team. Actually, a few maybe Pokemon that I wish we could have seen, but you know, like for example, that puppy dog, Rakugaki, that Smeargle. I want to see the Smeargle.
Yeah, that Smeargle, very interesting Pokemon. It's got powerful moves there with Spore and Jungle Healing and Decorate.
Yeah, I want to see it get some decorates out, maybe onto Steven. Maybe we could see Nuggy. Or maybe Yumi will just go, you know what? Why don't we can't, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? That's totally valid and could also happen this next battle. We'll have to see what our competitors are cooking up.
Yeah, it could be anything, but hopefully we do see Hiyumi just keep going with their excellent strategies. What can we see from Kran's team here with the what could they switch out? Maybe we want to see just a little more all-out aggression. Last time we saw, you know, Grimmsnarl come out, they tried to do the reflect, and Hiyumi said, you know, I'm smart, I know what's going on here, I'm gonna turn those off. Maybe we just see double like Golden Go and Ursaluna or something coming out, you know? But we'll find out real soon as we are getting into the match. Getting into the match.
Playing League of Legends.
Well, I mean, that's true, but we don't talk about that here. We have enough toxicity in the booth with me and Stormy yelling at each other. We don't need to bring League into it.
That's true. Let's get into the match here. We do have the same exact start as we did last time. The competitors have upheld this little sense of honor here. We've got Kendama and Vayne facing off against Paizo and D-Side. D-Side really loving that Intimidate boost.
That's right. We do see what we were talking about earlier. We see the Intimidate coming back out. We see the boost for Defiant increasing Annihilate's stats. So maybe, like, what do we see here? Do we see Bulk Up just going out saying, I'm going to double down on this attack boost. I'm going to set up with Reflect, and then I'm going to Rage Fist next turn once I've taken a bit of damage? Or are they just going to start swinging? Maybe they just want to Spirit Break and just start punching, you know? Like, punch them.
Him. Just punch him. I think what's really likely is that we're going to see a fake out from Hitmontop onto Paizo, the Grimmsnarl, since it cannot fake out the Annihilate since it is part ghost. Oh, and here it is. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so it looks like Paizo won't be setting anything up, but we do see Drain Punch coming into the Vayne, making sure that they take a bit of damage there. Liquidation coming in, hitting Annihilate, and making them suffer. It brings them down, but they do have a bit of healing there from, I believe, leftovers to make sure that they're staying in the game a bit. We might have missed a move or two here, but...
it's all good. Looks like Vayne and D-Side are mirroring each other with their health. You know, just making sure everything's fair and even across the board.
Yep, they're just trading blows here. We see Protect coming in on the Feraligatr.
Making sure nothing can touch that lizard. I can call it a lizard, right? It's a crocodile, but I can call it a lizard. It's kind of like just a big lizard, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's something. We do see that Protect being useful there. A Reflect coming up out of Paizo, and we see Close Combat coming in, activating the Eject Pack for Kendama. It's going to go bye-bye and switch out here.
Goodbye, little guy. So let's see, with that switch out, that leaves a space open for Hiyumi to bring another friend. Since Vayne is kind of low, I'm wondering if we're going to see that little Sinistra, that little 75% sweet matcha drink making an appearance. And I guess I have your divination skills have just transferred. I'm sorry.
That's right. It does rub off. The longer you spend in the booth, unfortunately, the more of the future you will see. That's why we want to get this match over with before you witness your own death.
Oh, that's terrifying. That's part of it?
Yeah, that's unfortunately part of it. But don't worry, because something tells me this match might be over quick. We're seeing here Annihilate has the option again to use a ghost type move into that Sinistra, but once again, we've got Sinistra with the dragon type Terra, making it not, you know, super effective into it. So lots of mind games here. We're just gonna have to see what they decide here. The timer is ticking on these moves, as Kran and Hiyumi both sweating over this. They know that whoever loses this match, you know, they're out of the tournament.
Yeah, it's Jover, unfortunately, but not really, because then they get to join us as staff one day.
That's right, and we see a bit of a Drain Punch going in from the Annihilate. We see Taunt going into the Sinistra, making sure that it can't use any support moves.
Oh, Matcha Gotcha pretty big
Matcha
here,
Gotcha.
maybe?
Almost getting Annihilate, but not finishing it off here.
That monkey is ready to make some very scary plays, Alistair. I'm kind of scared of the monkey. It's gonna maybe hit really hard.
That's right. At this point, that Rage Fist, even if it isn't super effective, it could be a lot of damage. going into whoever it hits. Even if it's weak, at this point, it's taken so many hits, it could just deal a lot of damage.
I think you also have to be careful. I don't think we've seen a Terra yet, but I guess maybe wouldn't be the best play with Vayne having down in the red. But I was thinking that Vayne is a dark type, has a dark type Terra, which would make that Rage Fist not work. I'm pretty sure. But it's okay because we have got Steven.
We've talked a lot about that Rage Fist, but unless the Rage Fist button is pressed, it actually doesn't matter. We might as well be talking about something that doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's true. If you don't press it, it doesn't happen. Talkman 2's coming out and copying the hospitality.
That's an awesome ability to grab. A lot of times Talkman swaps in and it gets pretty much nothing out of it, but there's the Rage Fist going in, super effective, ultra power boosted with the attack up from that Intimidate. Finally, the Annihilate says, I'm here and I've got a big fist that I like to punch with.
Making some plays. That's horrifying. So that's one of the reasons why I'm very scared of that little matcha with that ability Hospitality, being able to bring up its partner's HP like that. Really, really cool Pokemon for Hiyumi though, who is a healer. But Kran was like, ooh, or Talkman 2 actually, because it is random, was like, I will take that.
And super unfortunately here, we see another 2+2 attack boost on the Annihilate when Kendama comes out. So it is now even stronger than it was before. Talkman 2 not having any way to protect Annihilate, but it does have its own protect if Hiyumi is recognizing that this is a lot of damage. But we see a Fake Out coming out and it doesn't affect the Annihilate. And we see a Drain Fist instead of the super overpowered Rage Fist, just to heal them up a little bit more, and Psychic Fangs to kill them off. So unfortunately, that is a lot of damage. Reflect is gone, and so is Annihilate. Goodbye, D-Side.
What a back and forth set of turns there. And now we've got a Shadow Ball, it looks like, coming out from Talkman 2 onto Steven. Is it going to get the special defense proc? I didn't see it.
Nope, no defense drop.
I don't believe it did. Yeah, nice. It didn't get a defense drop, but it did do a little bit of damage. Unfortunately, Porygon 2 is a little bulkier rather than damaging, so it is super effective, but it really doesn't do much, unfortunately.
We've got Paizo making a return to the field. Maybe a little too late for screens at this point, but you never know. Well, Psychic Fangs. Psychic Fangs exist.
Psychic Fangs exist, and that's always tough. Unless you can get rid of that Metagross and just not have to deal with it anymore, you need a Ghost type or a Dark type move. There is potential. We haven't seen that fourth Pokemon yet, I don't think. If they have a Volcarona, it could come out with an Overheat. That would be super, super effective into the Metagross. But yeah, we got to see that thing off the field before Paizo can feel comfortable really setting those screens.
You know, for a Pokemon that Hiyumi said just kind of exists on the team, Kendama been, putting out some pretty interesting plays here against Kran's team. Despite the Intimidates not maybe working in its favor, but those Fake Outs have been pretty important.
And we see Terra Water going into the Metagross, perhaps, identifying like, oh, they've got some dark moves, they got some ghost moves, let's get this out of here. And using the Terra to change its typing there, and then Kendama, the Hitmontop, using close combat, lowering its own stats and doing a bit of damage, but Paizo gets heavy slammed and is dead. That's a huge hit from Steven the Metagross there. And we see Porygon 2 actually activating Trick Room, meaning now Kran's slower Pokemon, depending on who they have, is going to go first.
And it is Taro, the Dozy. We've got that big bear, and I think we were talking before the match that bear is pretty slow.
That's right. With a base speed of 50, it is the slowest Pokemon in the entire match out of all the Pokemon that both competitors have access to. So this Trick Room will make sure that it goes first, but we'll want to see usually a Protect on the first turn in order to make sure that its Flame Orb can burn it in order to activate its Guts ability and give it a 50% increased attack boost. So knowing that, Hiyumi is going to drop a little bit of protection there themselves. Wide guard.
Not enough against
But-
that tri-attack, which isn't a spread move.
Right. Unfortunately, wide guard only protecting against spread moves,
Whew.
and tri-attack just takes it off. And Psychic Fangs come in, saying Reflect wore off again, but that's okay because it didn't kill Porygon.
I thought Steven loved stones, but man, is he just munching on screens.
Yeah, I guess we had the whole plot backwards in that case. He must love screens.
I think we're talking about two different Stevens.
Nope.
Only one? There's only one Steven? Only
Well,
one ever?
Steven Universe and Steven Stone, and probably there's another Steven.
In either case,
No
they
one's
both
ever
love
been named
stones.
Steven. That's true. That's true. One is a stone, technically.
Oh, and this is the danger. Ursaluna has been allowed to set up, and they're not dead. And it's turn 2, and they've been burned, and that's Facade, and that's dead Steven, and a dead for Alligator. So we have a match, ladies and gentlemen. Kran has clawed it back with a feral bear on the field. They're not out. They're not done. They want their wife to be proud of them.
You know, Ruzors matches are always super exciting. I think competitors get really, really into it in the Ruzors bracket here. I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited that we get to see a game 3 between these two. How about you?
I want to see everybody get hyped in the chat. This is the final match, the final round of this match against Kran and Hiyumi. Whoever loses this next one is out of the tournament. And this is for all the marbles, and they are locking in. I can see Kran selecting moves, and he must be sweating right now. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. It's anyone's game.
Is he sweating, or is he excited to see his wife?
You never know. There's two sides to Kran, and I think both of them involve his wife.
Well, it's his
That's
wife
very
and then
true.
food with his wife.
That's true. We do
Yep.
have a lot of food related Kran activities around here. We like to fill his hole with food. His food hole. His mouth.
You can't just say that without. You just can't say that out of context on stream. But he does speak the truth. He's not lying.
Who said that? Who said that? That's crazy. All right. Anyway.
That was
Anywho.
crazy. We should probably tell
That's
you
crazy.
around here, just so
Crazy.
random people are coming
Crazy.
into the booth and just saying weird stuff.
Yeah, we should really lock the door, I think. That's probably one of the problems. We never lock the door.
I always lock the door. I don't know what you're talking about. You were the last one in. Why didn't you lock it?
I got ADHD. You can't get mad at me.
Oh, that's true. No, it's
Zowie.
me. Wait a minute. I have that too.
Ah, so it could have been
Fool
you.
me.
There you go.
Never. I've never not locked a door.
Oh, you can't know that.
But
You got
anyway.
ADHD.
No,
Yeah,
Checkmate.
don't reverse me out of here.
You've been defeated by
better don't
my
reverse me like that.
infallible logic.
Anywho's, I am really excited to see more of these competitors duking it out in this round 3. There are a lot of Pokemon we haven't seen enough of, and so I'm hoping that that's what we're going to see right now. Right now.
Right now. And we see Annihilate coming in just like last time.
It's the puppy.
And we actually get into the match. It doesn't disconnect. Wonderful. We always like to see that. But there is, unfortunately this time, no free stat boost for the Annihilate.
True. It is denied the free stat boost from the Intimidate since, but you know what? Smeargle has a funny little ability that isn't Intimidate. It's called Moody, and that means that at the end of this turn, a random stat is going to go up and down, and that's kind of cool. It's a little bit of gotcha.
Yeah, but you know what's also cool? That taunt going
Oh my
into
God.
a Pokemon that has no damaging moves. Meaning Rakugaki must swap out this turn, or they'll just do nothing.
No, even worse, Alistair. They will struggle if they remain on the field.
Well, you know, in some cases, maybe that's pretty epic. Maybe that's kind of cool. Who knows?
No, I don't think struggling is epic. It's sad. The poor puppy. Don't let it struggle.
Well, Meru, if you want to see the gains, you've got to have the pains. That's what they were telling me. And so, you know,
Many people
that's
are
what
saying
struggle.
this.
Many people are saying this. And many people
We've
are
gotta
also
reflect.
saying that Grimmsnarl is using Reflect and Annihilate is bulking up. We see a defense up and an attack up. And it, you know, it's a little harder to take off the field this time. And we do see Struggle doing more damage to Rakugaki than it did to Annihilate. But that Psychic Fang says, okay, no Reflect for you. And I hate you, so you should take a lot of damage now.
That's very true. Psychic Fangs turning out that Reflect immediately. And we get a special attack raise and a defense lower, which is pretty bad against these opposing Pokemon for that Smeargle. Right now, Hiyumi has to decide if they're going to bring Rakugaki back to kind of reset that taunt and those stat drops, or leave it in. I guess technically that is an option. You could let it struggle.
Yeah, why not just leave it in, you know? No pain, no gain. Just keep it in. Let's see what happens. We got Steven turning watery. They're getting out of the shower. That's
Got a
exciting.
funny hat. Very
Reflect
funny hat.
going right back up. Kran says, stop it. Stop that. Let me use Reflect. And we see Rage Fist coming out, but it looks like it's a little late. It still does a ton of damage.
It certainly did. And Smeargle is still struggling. Oh no!
Okay, Smeargle is out there saying, I fight. I fight to win, and Annihilate going down. Smeargle has now done a total of 6 damage and says, okay, I'm back, baby. His defense has massively increased and its special defense down with Moody that time. Overall, I think we're seeing a more beefy Smeargle than it was before, but it's almost killed itself with Struggle. It's down to half HP. But we'll see what happens here as Terret the Carrot hits the battlefield. Will we see it protect into that flame orb, or is it just going to start swinging?
It might just start swinging. We'll have to see here. Otherwise, I don't know what Crane's gonna do with that with Paizo. Are we just gonna still be setting up screens, or looks like we're gonna find out?
Yeah, I mean at this point, it didn't go down. Reflect is still up, so maybe we're gonna see a little bit of a light screen coming out. We see Hospitality activating, healing that poor little Smeargle up a bit. We see a Terra on the Grimmsnarl. It has gained balloons.
Oh, I think I know what that means. I think I know what that means.
Well, why don't you enlighten the chat? Because of course I also know.
Chat,
Reflect
we're gonna see
again.
an earthquake.
Oh.
But maybe not,
Well,
because
we're not.
We're EP.
Because we don't see anything from a Spord Ursaluna. And that is why that move is really fucked up and not allowed to be on anything except for mushrooms. And this guy, this weird little creature. Yeah, that's a 100% guaranteed hit, guaranteed sleep, and he's got to go.
As long as they're not grass.
Ursaluna. As long as they're not grass.
Talkman 2, let's go. It's that little funny little digital duck that looks like it shouldn't be in this game because it kind of looks like a Digimon.
Okay, definitely, I could see that. And you know what? I can also see it getting Moody from Smeargle, so it's going to increase one of its stats by 2 and decrease one of them by 1 every turn, just like the Smeargle. And both double dodge? That's crazy. Matcha Gotcha going out and doing nothing. And what were those Moody changes?
I have ADHD, I told you.
All right, I can't get mad at you. Legally, I cannot get mad at you. However, we do see Talkman 2 increasing its defense and lowering its attack. It's okay with that. Most likely, it doesn't really mind that too bad, considering it is a special attacker and it likes having defense against the spooky Steven. Is that still going? Yeah.
What? Steven, he's gone.
Yeah, but he's
out of here. No, it's the little guy. It's that little matcha. Little matcha's here. But
I know.
For now. Oh, he's back there lurking. I see what you're saying. I got you. I'm picking up what Alistair Vox is putting down. We get to see a Shadow Ball, super effective into 75%. Sweet critical hit. That T is going bye-bye.
That's a huge crit. You do not want to see that on Hiyumi's team. And we see a sharp defense up and an attack down again. Decent moves. Decent moves. A defense down on Talkman. Just sort of, man, there's a lot of stats going on here, man. I don't know how I'm supposed to keep track of this.
This whole match is let's go gambling from here on out.
There's some kind of stats on Smeargle. There's some kind of stats on Porygon too. We're not sure what they are, but they're different. They're different.
Yeah, Jack can keep track, right? Like, y'all can see the stats go up and down. Someone's gonna write that down. It's fine.
We literally just finished saying we have ADHD. And we're a minor, so you can't get mad at us. And you know what?
So
it's not our fault. It's not our fault. And you know what isn't our fault either is Vayne using Ice Punch into the Paizo.
Wait, it has no more moves left to... It's struggling again because it ran out of moves?
I think we saw another taunt at some point.
Yep, there was another taunt that went on to it, yes.
Must have been too upset by the stat changes to notice, but it doesn't matter anymore. Smeargle is dead, and Tri-Attack going in. Ooh, sharp speed increase.
Huge.
Oh, but then a special attack down. That sucks.
You know, you gotta take some to get some, you know what I mean? Like, it could be like
it's a give and take.
Maybe not do so much damage. It's, you know, it's a trade-off.
We're down to Hiyumi's last two Pokemon. This is Steven the Metagross and Vayne the Feraligatr. Can they make it? Liquidation going into Paizo. Not enough.
Okay, we are the same person. I'm sorry. It's not my fault.
That's okay. That's okay. We see a heavy slam coming into Porygon, not doing very much damage, and Spirit Break finishes off Steven. There goes the beautiful gems. Good luck on your home planet, buddy. Or wherever Steven Stone is from.
It's not a Steven Universe reference.
I'm the commentator. It's whatever reference I want it to be, Waffo.
It's just one big lizard against the world right now. Vayne hanging in there with just a little chunk of health. What do you think? What do you think Hiyumi can do in this at this point? What do you think, Alistair?
There's always protect and just hoping that something silly happens. Taking out Paizo is a great way to get Ursaluna back in to crush you faster. So if you want to go home quick, that's always an option. We see Tri-Attack coming in, not doing enough, but there's always the chance of status effects, and there's not. We see defense going down. That makes it a little easier for Vayne to hit it, as it is a physical attacker. But here's the scary one. Full
that
HP, but it's asleep. Right? So, here's the thing. Vayne has 78 speed. That makes it faster than Talkman 2. Perhaps it can just... okay.
Oh, well...
Interesting.
Wait.
It wakes up into a Protect. We see Vayne using Liquidation into the Protect. Oh, that's not fun. Tri-Attack once again coming out, and that's done it. That's enough to kill Hiyumi's last Pokemon, and Kran says, I will not be going home.
Kran!
Wow, that was a crazy match.
That was a crazy comeback from Kran. Wow, great play from both competitors there. Just absolutely fighting for her life there. Hiyumi did an incredible job.
she sure did. That was such a great match between these two competitors. It was a lot of fun seeing all of their Pokemon battle their hearts out.
You could really feel the trainer's love in each of those punches and protects and the screens that went up 17 times in a row.
And then got
feel
eaten
every bit of
17
it.
times in a row.
Hey, that's battling, baby.
Let's go.
This
But
is true.
congratulations to Kran.
Congratulations to Kran. Yes, and we will have an exit interview coming up for Hiyumi to get their thoughts on the whole thing. Talk to them about how this tournament has gone and how their training was and their experience and everything. So look forward to that. That'll be very exciting.
Very exciting. Yes, we want to cheer for both of our competitors. And they did such a good job.
All right, gamers, we'll be back in just a moment with Hiyumi. Here we go.
Goodbye. Don't get mad at me. I have ADHD.